I was traumatized. I had a hard day, been through a lot all day, like, you know, and then turn around and this happened. Welcome back, Jive. It's your girl Naughty J, aka the Jeanie, and I'm here for another video. Today's story will be my Valentine's Day horror story. Now looking back, it's not so much tea, it's not crazy or nothing, but y'all, this Valentine's Day like really broke me down. Okay, it really broke me down, and I'm just going to share it with you guys because why not? You know, it's Valentine's Day, we all want to hear a story, you know, and if you can get some laughs and giggles off of it, laugh away, because honey, I can laugh about it now. I'm not hurt by it anymore, so it is what it is. Y'all know he flawless. He used to always tell his story times with a pillow, and I see why, because it just feels so good to hold it while you tell a story. Before we get into this video, I just want to say, anybody involved in this story, this is no hard feelings. I'm not trying to bash you or anything like that. I want to say this happened when I was younger, so I was still baby J. I was in high school at the time, and I want to say this year Valentine's Day fell on a Saturday. I really do believe. I might be wrong. It could have been Sunday, but I believe it was Saturday. So I don't know what my schedule was like for school, but I know a couple days before that, probably like a Wednesday or a Thursday, I went out of town. I flew to PA. That's Pennsylvania, if you didn't know that. But I went to PA to visit my bid for life, JoJo. And I went to go like see my old friends and stuff like that. I even went to New York while I was out there. I was just having a good time or whatever, right? So I was just living it up. My mom like, what day you want to come back? I'm like, Saturday, need to be in town for Valentine's Day. Come on. So and I went to be in town because of course I had a bae. My bae, we're gonna call my bae MJ. So I had a bae, MJ, and I needed to be wherever my baby was. Like, so on Saturday morning, I had a flight at 5 a.m. I overslept. My mama was livid. She was so mad, and I'm just begging. I'm like, Mama, please, I gotta get home today. Like, I just gotta get home. So she like, the only other flight that's leaving is leaving from Philly. So DJ, JoJo brother, my brother, I love you, DJ. Like, I love you so much this day, I promise you. He drove me an hour to Philly, like a whole hour to Philly, just so I could catch this flight. Yeah, I catch my flight, I make it back to the A. If you're familiar with Atlanta's airport, then you know, like, you have to catch the train shuttle, you know, to go to baggage claim to get to where you're going, basically, right? That's how you get around the airport, the train. This day, the train was down. The train was not working. Y'all, had to walk from my gate to baggage claim, and it felt like I had to pass the international terminals too. Like, I was just I was exhausted. Like, I was completely exhausted. You know, whatever, I gotta get to where I'm going. I gotta see my baby, like, period. City's packed, the airport packed, everything's packed, of course, you know, because everybody flying that girl out to Atlanta like this just a spot where we all need to be. I get home, I'm texting NJ, I'm like, baby, I'm home, I'm getting ready, I can't wait to see you. Now, mind you, me and MJ had been friends for a long time before we started talking, and even during this time, me and MJ weren't together yet. We had just been talking for a long time. I'm like, and I respected MJ for that, because I'm like, why we ain't together? Like, why you ain't cuffed me yet? Like, cuff me. I want to be your girl, you know? I just wanted to be in love. I just wanted all the romancing and the cute stuff. Yeah, so I just really wanted to be in a happy relationship. You know, I have been dealing with a lot of crazy people, and I just wanted somebody that was going to do me different, right? And so, you know, we in the car, we checking each other out. MJ like, damn. I'm like, wait, like, what? You know, you looking good. I'm like, I mean, you looking good. Back seat looking spacious. In the car, I got the gift. You know, I do the big cars. I love the big cars. It make you feel like I love you a lot. I was exhausted, you know, because everything I had just been through that day. But I'm not gonna tell MJ that. I want you to know, like, I am ready for the time of my life. Change my life, you know. I'm ready for this. So, yeah, me and MJ on our date or whatever. I'm sorry, but Thorby, my little brother, just busted in a room. Hey, I'm recording a video. So get out. I can't believe he just did that. In the car, you know, checking each other out. Like, baby, I miss you. Like, I've been out of town. Like, I miss you. MJ feeling me too, you know, whatever. So, of course, I'm thinking, like, commitment needs to be coming. Like, if commitment isn't coming today, then Jay gonna be on her way. Everything's sweet, everything's perfect. And at this point, we're just in the car, finna go eat. And MJ's just like, okay, I gotta tell you something. And you know, you instantly feel two ways. She be like, ooh, what? But then I was just feeling so good. I'm like, wait, like, what you gotta tell me? So MJ like, bruh, don't look at me, okay? So I'm just looking out the window. You know, it's starting to drizzle. I'm like, okay, like, I know how it feels to be stared. I don't like when people stare at me. Like, ugh. If we together, I'm gonna let you know that. I'm like, don't stare at me. I don't like that. I respect it. So I'm looking out the window just like, wait, what you finna say to me? And MJ just like starts spilling their heart out to me. And I'm just, it's good. It's good. It's great. And they're going to say, like, you know, you're so wonderful. I love all the time we spend together. You're an amazing person. You're a light, da da da, all this stuff. And I'm just, it's like music to my ears. I'm just loving every second of it. And I'm just like, I just wanted to look at MJ so bad and be like, baby, like, I love you. Like, this how you feel about me? Yeah, baby J was all for the words. Like, what you gotta say to me? Now, it need to be words and actions. Like, they need to go hand in hand. Because if they don't, I'm not hearing none of that. You know, I'll step to myself for real, for real. Like, I'm not going for that. But baby J loved the words. If you had wordplay, I wanted to hear you out. So I'm just looking out the window, listening, smiling big. Because, of course, these words were getting to me. And I just remember, like, a tap on my shoulder. And I look over. And it's a ring. I'm like, a ring? You got me a ring? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, I forgot about dating. I put that ring on. I ain't even like care what cut, color. I was like, it fit, it's for me. Like, I was so happy, right? Put the ring on, like, forget the dating, right? In my mind, we married. Like, we just got married. Like, those was your vows. And you know I'm gonna send mine to you later. Like, no, of course, I probably was stepping back. But, in my mind, I had just got married. I was committed. I was happier than anything. Like, a girl was on cloud 11, for real. So when you marry, what? It's transparency. No secrets, no nothing. This incident changed my life forever. And this is why people be thinking that I'd be real secretive about certain things, but it's really not. It's just, this just made me think about stuff differently. Like, I just don't be wanting to be bothered with stuff, right? So my friend called me. We're gonna call this friend Tay. So Tay FaceTimed me, right? I answered, baby, we married. My friend, your friend, we all friends. Ain't no secrets. So I answer. I'm like, hey. Tay like, hey, it's Valentine's Day. I just wanted to tell you happy Valentine's Day. I hope your day good. What you been up to? I'm like, Tay, my day has been amazing. Like, I can't wait to tell you. I'm gonna call you later. I'm gonna tell you everything. Tay like, okay, bet, you know, have fun or whatever. I'm like, you do the same. Cool. Click, we off the phone. Tay, off the phone, out of mind, you know, whatever. That's old news. Done. Tay, boot up with bae, and I'm here with you. We good, right? And so I thought. So now we go eat. This is one of my favorite restaurants. Like, I love this place so much. Literally, I love this place so much that never look at the menu, never get something different. Like, I have a strict order here. Like, I'm not getting nothing different. Even though all their food is good, I can't get anything different. Like, I have to get this one meal, right? For sure. So we get seated, and as soon as you get seated, MJ gets up to go to the bathroom. I'm like, wait, what you want to drink? MJ said like water, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever. MJ goes to the bathroom. The waitress comes, takes our drink order. Then she comes back and she's like, you know, the kitchen's gonna close soon. What do you want to eat? you want to put in an order? So I called MJ. I'm like, what you want to eat? MJ give me the order. I put in our orders, right? It's been a while, but not too long, like not too much longer later. MJ comes out and just sitting. But I could just tell, like, I was starting to feel some type of way, because I'm like, why you gone that long? Like, what's going on? But I'm an overthinker, so I was like, let me not. So MJ comes back, and I'm just like, what's wrong? And then MJ's like, I don't know how to feel right now. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you don't know how to feel? What's going on? And all I got was, I don't want to talk about it right now. I just don't know how to feel. What? 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 What are you talking about? So, as soon as I heard that, I was like, whatever. I see that we're not gonna talk. It's not gonna be resolved right here. So the waitress passed by again. I'm like, pause. Can you get those orders to go? Cause you're not gonna ruin my meal. You're not gonna do that. That's what we're not gonna do. I can't eat. My stomach hurt. My butterflies just died. Okay, we not feeling good. We ready to go. We get our food, we leave. Y'all, it was a drive. It was like a minute of a drive. We did not speak at all. Like, I feel like it wasn't even music playing. I feel like we was just sitting in silence, and it was just like that awkward ride home. I know I was looking out the window the whole time. Like, I just felt like I'm so confused. I don't know what's happening. I feel like this could really be the end of us. It was just really messing with my head at that moment, and I just didn't know how to feel. I just felt like everything was just being taken away from me. And so when I got home, I got to the house, he pulled up, and I was like, just let me know when you get home or whatever, you know, call me. So, you know, of course, the normal. And MJ like, all right, cool, bet. I do believe MJ texted me when they made it, and they were like, made it, something simple, you know, something like that. But when I walked in the house, all the lights were off, and I was just going to my room. I was crying. I was already heartbroken, y'all. Like, the tears was just rolling down. My cousin jumps out and attempts to scare me, and I scream. I'm like, like, oh my, I was just, could a horrible night get any worse? Like, this is exactly how I felt, and it did. Because when she did that, I was scared and crying, and she was like, oh my gosh, like, what's wrong? And I'm just like, I just got dumped, and you trying to scare me? Like, she ended up you know, just apologized, and I went to bed. I just cried myself to sleep that night. I'll never forget. Like, I was crying. I had to take my ring off. I was just too hurt. I was like, put it back in the box. I was just hurt for real. And I woke up the next morning. I went to go see my auntie, and she was like, I heard about last night. I'm like, dang, like, the word get around quick. That just happened like 7 hours ago. Like, you heard about it already? And I just didn't know how to feel. And she's like, it's gonna be okay, you know, just hold on to the ring. You don't know what will happen between y'all or whatever, or when y'all talk, maybe y'all work it out. You just never know, right? Of course, me, I'm just like, I don't know, maybe it's just time we just distance ourselves or whatever. When I ended up talking to MJ was basically, the problem MJ had was the fact that Tay called, and I'm like, your problem is that my friend called and I answered. And then they're like, yeah, like, why would you be like, hey, like, they telling you happy Valentine's Day or whatever? And I'm like, my friend? Like, you're mad about my friend calling me? Like, it didn't make sense. And it was just like a dumb reason for us to be done. But really, after that, like, MJ was basically like, oh yeah, I talked to my dad and he said I wasn't tripping, da 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 da. And I'm like, what? I was just confused, and I was just hurt, and the relationship just never was the same. Like, even when we tried, it just never was the same. So I just knew, like, you had like made my heart and broke it all in one day. Like, literally, yeah. It wasn't, that was the end of us as we knew it. There were more underlying problems that I didn't know about, and I didn't find out till like the following week. This has nothing to do with this story, but one of my best friends at the time, we're gonna call her Vivi. So Vivi was my girl. Like, we was rocking, right? Well, MJ had asked Vivi what ring to get me. Vivi was helping pick out the ring or whatever like that. Vivi didn't like MJ, okay? They had this weird tension. I don't understand. But it was just, they just weren't feeling each other, right? MJ mentioned that to me, like, and I don't know what it is with your best friend or whatever. And I was just like, what are you talking about? It's nothing. I don't know what you mean, right? Because I'm not knowing the tension they share. But whatever, I'm telling, of course, later on, I'm telling Vivi, like, this happened. And Vivi, like, you don't need to be with MJ. Just let it go. Let all that, just be done with it. Let it go. Wash your hands of it. So this week, we had our ceremony. You know, when you make principal's list and honor roll. We had our ceremony. Vivi was so proud of me. So Vivi like, I'm gonna take you to the mall. We're going shopping. You can get whatever you want, all this and that, right? So my favorite color is rose gold, and it had been this ring that I wanted from Pandora so bad for so long. And I remember, like, I had got a few things, of course. But when people say you can have anything, I don't know what to get. It's too much pressure on me. I don't know what I want to get. So I had just picked up random stuff or whatever. And I just remember there's this chocolate shop in the mall that I love so much. And Vivi had sent me to go get some chocolate covered strawberries. And I was like, okay. So I come back and we're leaving. So when we get to the car, Vivi's like, here, gives me this Pandora bag. I'm like, what could it be? Like, I'm not even thinking that it's the ring. You know, I'm thinking it's like anything. And it is the ring. I feel like God was testing me. Like, I feel like God was testing me because it was the perfect cut. It was like, it was a square cut rose gold. It was just perfect. I loved everything about it. And I was just like, what is this? And Vivi's like, I love you. I'm in love with you. And like, basically like, here, I want to give you this. And I'm just like, what? Like, people make promise rings feel like nothing. Like, where is the sentimental value? I'm happy that one that kind of meant something to me was a heart. Yeah, like, people just, I was just like, what? And when I tried it on, it fit. It was beautiful. I loved everything about it. But I knew in my heart I could not keep the ring. So I had to I took it off and like put it in her little armrest thing. And I had to let that go. And yeah, that's crazy, right? I know, like, getting 2 promise rings within a month of each other. I wasn't expecting Vivi to fall in love with me. That really caught me off guard. I just, yeah, our friendship was never the same. But I still love that person, you know. Much love to you. No harsh feelings or anything like that. Horror story of a Valentine's Day. It was just really a disaster. Like, you really made me fall in love with you and broke my heart the same day. And MJ's not a horrible person. MJ is such a sweet, loving, kind-hearted person. I guess we just didn't work well for each other. And even like later on, when we tried to like fix things, it was like the damage was done pretty much. And like the trust, it just was never gonna be the same. Like, it was just never gonna be the same. But I respect you, and you know why I appreciate you so much, and why I always have love for you. MJ really has looked out for me before though, and I do love MJ for that. I loved MJ so much that when MJ graduated, because MJ is older than me, but when MJ graduated, I showed up to the graduation. Yeah, and I brought my grandpa. I don't care if you got a new girl, and I knew that you had a new girl because when I stood up cheering for you, I heard somebody cheering for you too over there. So I didn't care though, because I loved you and I was gonna support you. That's something about me. Like, if I love you, I'm gonna support you at your celebrations. It was not meant to offend anybody, to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just telling you how I felt in my experience and how crazy it was. And anyone that dated me after that, after this situation is when that D&D came into play. Because it's like, I'm not even gonna receive a call. Like, nope, I'm not answering no more calls. I don't want no problems. So I started living the D&D life. But yeah, I never told you broke my heart, but you did. But it's all good now. It's something to laugh about. So if you're single and you are spending your Valentine's Day alone, I hope that you got some giggles off of this story, if there weren't any to get, because honestly, it was not funny to me. It was heartbreaking, heart-wrenching. I didn't deserve this. I was a good person. But guys, I just want to share this with you in light of Valentine's Day being today. I love you all. So go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and hit that what is it? The bell notification, you know, when I post, so you know. You don't want to miss when I post, for sure. But yes, thank you for watching and tuning in and listening to my story. I love you guys. And she's giving Ivy. Yeah, I decided to just let my hair do what it want, because basically she told me that she grown and she gonna lay how she wanna lay, and I can wear it or I can bonnet it. And I said, okay, understood, respected. So that's where we're at with it at this point. But yes, I hope you guys all enjoyed the story. If there's another story or any other video you would like to see me do, please comment it below and I will be sure to get back to you. And happy Valentine's Day. Be safe, wrap it up, unless you my brother and my sister, because I requested for him to shoot the club up. But for real, I'm trying to be an auntie. Another one. Anyways, I love y'all.